Yeah, welcome to Jacksonville. Fight week, main event. How are we feeling ahead of this one on Saturday night?
Feel good. Can't wait to make the weight, have my food, and have the dinner for Saturday night.
Josh Emmett, obviously he's a very tough opponent, but I think you kind of know what to expect, right? Big left hook, strong striking, some good wrestling. What exactly do you see your strengths against his, and where do you find success on Saturday?
I just have to be worried about his hooks, nothing else. I couldn't care less about his wrestling or beating or ground game, even his boxing. So he have to be worried about my boxing, my wrestling, my grappling, about everything. So I can wait. I can wait to go inside the cage and get a win.
Every so often, the UFC puts on an event where they're clearly trying to show this is our next fighter that can fight for the title, right? And it feels like this Saturday is based around you and potentially being the next guy for Alex.
Exactly. I'm the next guy in the line. Who deserves more than me to fight for a title? No one else. So I'm the next guy.
You're obviously not lacking in confidence. How do you see yourself stacking up against Alex if you are to get that fight?
As same as always. I'm gonna finish him in the first round.
Alex Volkanovski is considered by many to be the pound for pound best in the sport. Is there something extra special about it? Would it be extra special for you to take the title off someone who's considered so good, or does that not matter about the person? It's just about the belt for you.
Of course, it's going to be a little bit bigger to beat someone who is pound for pound number one and who defended the title so many times. It's going to be bigger than if Jair beats him and I beat Jair, because Jair lost a lot of fights with a lot of ranked guys, with Max Holloway, with I don't know, with Frankie Edgar. He lost a lot of fights, so I prefer to fight with Alex and take the win against him.
Obviously, this talk about Volkanovski, and I know I'm asking you about him, but people are going to say that you're overlooking Josh. Do you think that's fair, or do you think, no, you'll just take it one step at a time?
I'm not overlooking anyone. Never ever. It's like uh, I'm just confident about the all the work I'm doing, how hard I work. I know everything I'm doing in all my training camps. That I don't know. It's like the confidence doesn't come from the ear. I work really hard, and I know that I'm better than anyone. So
I think I saw an interview with you earlier this week where you said you were no longer interested in a Paddy Pimblett fight and you'd kind of moved on from that. Could you explain why you're no longer interested in something that, had really annoyed you for quite some time?
so basically, because right now I have a goal, which is to become a featherweight world champion. He's a lightweight. He's not even ranked. So why I have to fight him? I didn't have any interest in fight him. If one day he puts himself into the rankings and he will become a little bit bigger in the company, not just for talking and be a showman as a professional. I mean, so why not? I didn't care. We can do it at 155, 170. I don't care. He can come and even didn't make the weight.
So we can expect no more hotel interactions between you two. It's all good until he gets a little bit bigger in the rankings.
Mm, I don't know. I don't know if all I always see him coming. It's like I want to slap his face. So yeah, I don't know.
Ilia, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
En inglés, para MMA Junkie. You just mentioned how you were training in Killcliff. There was some footage that came out of you sparring and training with Kamaru Usman. How was that experience? Obviously, much bigger, right? A former welterweight champion.
Yeah, it was amazing. We did a really like sparring, so it was a really good experience to spar with the champ.
And you mentioned how your goal is to fight Alexander Volkanovski. Obviously, he's got all the accolades. A lot of people see him as the pound for pound number one in the sport right now. Do you agree with that? Do you feel like he is the best fighter on the planet, pound for pound?
No, I don't believe that. I think before John Jones is into the MMA game, he's the number one pound for pound of MMA. That's my opinion. I think Volkanovski it's not even close to him.
And by the way, what did you think of Volkanovski's fight against Islam Makhachev? A lot of people were.
He did great. He did great. He did really good. I like that fight. Yeah. Look, I didn't have anything against that guy. You know, the guy is really good. He's the best man in the world for a reason. And yeah, I wanna test myself with him. I didn't have any doubt that I can finish him in the first 2 rounds. So yeah, I can't wait to get this win on Saturday night and face next to Volkanovski.
Will you go watch the fight at UFC 290 in Vegas?
Yeah, I will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win between Jair and Volkanovski?
Volkanovski.
Yeah. Are you pretty confident in that pick?
Yeah, but I think like Jai didn't have like many chances to get that win. You know, maybe some submission like he did with Josh Emmett, but I don't think so. Yeah. It always can happen. You know, it's MMA. We see what he did with Korean Zombie. He was losing all the fight and he knocked him out in the last 5 seconds. So you never know.
And lastly, you have a huge following in Spain. The Spanish MMA has been coming up for many years now, and it's at an all-time high. Do you feel like maybe next year, if all things go well, we can see a UFC event in Spain?
So basically, I was telling this all the time. Like 1 year ago, I had a meeting in Las Vegas, and I were talking to Dana. He told me like, once you put yourself into the top 5, we're gonna take the UFC to Spain. So I'm gonna put myself into the top 5 this Saturday. So we'll see what Dana gonna do.
Gracias.